What you doing? I'm the AC, and this is Otaku News Reviews. This time on Otaku News Reviews, I'm going to be covering the first volume of From Ashe, the original English light novel by Joshua Piedra with art by Alex Garcia. Now, I already read Joshua's other series, Final Hope and AR Dragonfly, so I'm super excited to get into this one, and especially since I already talked to him about it a little bit on my podcast, What You Doing Podcast, way back when. But this first volume came out on March 1st, 2021, and the second volume is actually already out and came out on June 1st, 2021. Well, already looking forward to the third one. So, this book follows a person named Ashe, who it covers, at least the way I took it, in three parts of Ashe's life. The first being, I assume most of the content is going to be focused around, Ashe being an author, an upcoming author, puts her stories up on a website called Novel Notes, which is honestly a pretty cool name for a website, for like an author website kind of like this, to find stories. I'll be surprised that it's not a real thing. It's a good story. Anyways, for a while, Ashe has been getting not great feedback and comments about all the stories, but in this volume we finally see things take a more positive turn. Some of the stories start getting some more positive reviews, and this is like a turning point for Ashe as a writer. Now, the other part of Ashe's life that this focuses on is Ashe's housemate, Renji Keita, who is a neat... there's a lot going on between them. They were childhood friends, of course, because that's always what happens in these stories. But also, yeah, because Renji's a neat, doesn't really do anything, because there's a lot of trauma that happened, and it touches on it throughout the book. And he's just really depressed all the time. The only thing he really does is kind of chill in his room, and then whenever Ashe needs food, he cooks. He doesn't ever eat himself because he feels like Ashe provides all this other stuff, so he's only going to eat the bare minimum snacks he gets while he cooks Ashe all this other stuff. The other turning point in this book is he finally starts to open up more with Ashe. After all this time together, it's kind of coincidental that it all happens now, but Ashe does write him a little story. I guess that opens up, so it's connecting Ashe's stories with Renji's trauma. I don't know, but everything's tying together, moving forward, and that brings us to the last part of the major part for Ashe's story in this book, working. The part that, not all of us enjoy, and Ashe definitely does. She works at this company called InSource, and just like working anywhere, she tends to hate her bosses, Kelsey, Mark, and Dennis, and they're annoying. It's nothing too terrible, I think. But she seems to hate it. I guess I can get that. She's finally wanting to just be a writer, and this job's kind of annoying to her. From what I see, it's not like anything terrible has happened yet, besides just, micromanaging, annoying bosses. But even with all of this, she still has some friends here, Audrey Campbell and Jace Gray. They have a nice little lunch every now and then, go out and eat and complain, vent. And it's just a typical work thing. Nothing too special going on here. It's just, it gives you that mindset of, oh yeah, this is relatable. And it also is like, oh yeah, Ashe's writing is escape from all her troubles. And it's also a way for her to connect. And in this, we get to see her talk more about her writing to Jace, who is taking an interest. And we'll see probably, as Renji starts to open up, as Jace starts to open up, that little triangle's going to start going forward. And then, I don't know, I guess Aubrey's just going to be there, doing whatever, being a friend. But yeah, it's interesting to see how all these parts of Ashe's life is coming together, how they're all kind of connecting this one. They're all kind of major moves, and for a first volume, seeing that this is where Ashe's story is kind of taking a positive turn, where Renji's story is taking a positive turn. And I'm looking forward to seeing how this goes. just read on that, seeing the significance of like, cool. Now, the other thing I really think is cool is because it is, a story about an author writing stories, we're going to get a lot of cool story ideas. I can already bet on it. I mean, I've already read Joshua's other series. I know the cool ideas he can come up with, so I know the ideas he's going to give Ashe for her ideas are also going to be cool. Unfortunately, because, it's already a book, it's not like we're going to get a whole nother book inside a book, which is fine. It's cool. I get it. But it's just a tease. I've seen it in other stuff where there's stuff about authors or manga, like Bakuman. They throw out these really cool ideas, and we get to see glimpses of it, and we get to see little snippets of it in this book too. It's just a tease. It's all these cool ideas. And it's not like I'm expecting a whole nother book to come out of this book, but I wouldn't complain, Now, aside from just the story, Joshua had a tendency to throw in a lot of extra stuff, especially A.R. Dragonfly. He had a little bonus stories for that, all relating to A.R. Dragonfly's story though. Of course, we don't need any of that extra bonus stuff because there are, pretty significant chunks of stuff Ashe writes, so that's cool. There are other little bonus stuff. There's little character biographies in between each chapter, which is cool. And also, if you don't have the book on hand, you can also find it on Joshua's website. Cool, in color also. Really nice, just design style. So, that is about it for all the little bonus stuff, but that's all you really need. Like I said, I'm going to go back to it, but all the little extra glimpses of stories you can see, really cool. I'm looking forward to seeing where that's going, really. I mean, this whole slice of life genre I'm already into, and seeing where Ashe's story and Renji's story and all the other people. I remember talking to Joshua, he said there's going to be a lot of characters in this, so seeing how all these relationships and how everything starts going with her job at InSource and her writing. I'm just looking forward to see where it all goes, because I know it's going to be an interesting story. They all have been so far. But that's pretty much it for this first volume. Like I said, second volume's already out. Really looking forward to a third, even though it's not out yet, but I know it's on the way. But let me know what you thought. Have you already read From Ashe? Have you already read the second one? Go ahead, let me know all about it. But you put those comments in below if you want. But that's also it for this Otaku News Reviews. Go ahead and like it if you like it. Go ahead and subscribe if you want to keep up with all my other Otaku News reviews, opinions, news stuff. You can, subscribe and see all that. But until next time, I'm Daisy. Thank you, and bye.